Hey guys, today we're gonna break down the behind the scenes of Patina. So let's dive in. Patina actually started as a challenge. Ethan had challenged me to write a short film with almost no dialogue, no budget, and something we could realistically shoot in one day. So terrifying. You know, what kind of film could I do where I didn't write constant, hilarious, witty, charming dialogue? And the first idea was following a couple's relationship in one single location. What I wanted to show was love gets more beautiful when you've been through stuff, right? And the word I came across was patina. It was golden, it was perfect, and if you don't know what patina means, it's what happens when something ages. So it gets a little bit imperfect, it gets worn, weathered, but it also, a lot of people think it becomes more beautiful because of that. And that was the core idea of the film. Relationships start out shiny and new, but it's the hard stuff, the fights, the growth, the pain, that actually gives them depth, right? The story became this visual metaphor. So at the beginning of the film, when the couple meets, there's this brand new shiny quarter. And by the end, after everything they've been through, the fights and the hard stuff, there's a weathered quarter that has patina on it. So it's the same coin, but it's a completely different meaning now after we've watched what the couple's been through. So I'm pretentious. There's almost no dialogue in the film. I think it's maybe 2 lines total. So I think Ethan got his way there. He's sitting over there, by the way, watching me. So we needed to carry this with performance. So I knew I needed somebody good with me to act. So I contacted Madison Downing. She's a friend of ours. She did an amazing job. She was also on the podcast for Patina. So if you haven't watched that yet, you should go check that out. But she did a great job and we had a lot of fun that day. So we're here at the park. I don't know what this park is called, but it's near OSU's property. They have like a nature preserve, and this is technically part of it. It's part of the Lima bike path as well. Anyway, that's our first location. We just finished our first scene. We're setting up for our second. Madison, playing Elise in the film, and myself are now changing for our second scene on the bridge that goes across some water. It's gonna be very pretty, very excited for that. And after that, we wrap at this location. We'll go to lunch, and then we'll head over to the reservoir to get the rest of the stuff. So yeah, we're off to a good start, except for me forgetting my keys earlier and having to walk all the way back. I forgot my keys. I walked all the way back to base camp to change, and I didn't have my freaking car keys. Now I have to walk all the way back to get them.
It's pretty difficult.
It's kind
Rough
of a long
start,
walk
huh?
too. It's just
Everything's going wrong. He's forgetting his keys.
Everything's going wrong. Nothing has gone according to plan.
He doesn't have his keys.
No, actually, the first scene actually went really well. One curveball that I'll tell you about was originally we had a song in it, like an actual musical number in the background. So I had written lyrics. I worked with Jonathan Schlegel and Drew Evans to develop the musical portion, and it turned out great. I mean, it was very Disney-esque. It was fun. It was light. But once we got into the edit and we were watching the performances back, we realized we went somewhere a little bit heavier, and it was a little more grounded than what that song was providing. It was a great song, it just wasn't right for the film anymore. So at that point, we kind of made the decision to let it go. We focused on instrumental music instead, and I think the film became stronger because of it, but that's just kind of the creative process sometimes. Things don't necessarily disappear, they just maybe find a different home. And that's exactly what happened with the music. So we made a music video for it, gave it a place, and I'm so glad we did because I love the song and I worked really hard to write it. So I wanted you guys to see it.
From a production standpoint, this shoot was all about working fast and staying flexible. We shot everything in one day entirely outside, which meant the sun and time of day completely dictated our schedule. I always love the opportunity to jump on camera when I can, so I was the director of photography for this one, and we decided to use a buddy's red Komodo along with a set of Sirui Nightwalker lenses. Shout out to Jordan bringing his full kit and helping us as a camera assistant and grip, which was huge for a day like this.
All right, so today I wanted to use some cinema lenses, but I don't have any of my own yet, so I reached out to Jordan, our trusty gear provider for a lot of the stuff we do. So he had a red Komodo X that he just recently got, and the Sirui Nightwalkers. He has the 16, the 35, and the 75.
It's just a Komodo, it's not the X, I'm not that cool.
Just a Komodo, I've been corrected. Have it on the RS3 Pro to start the day, but we'll be going handheld and on sticks for a lot of the other parts of the day. But super excited to use this setup, first time shooting red.
It's not the equipment that makes the artist, but it really helps to have nice equipment.
But we had a very specific window for each scene. Daylight was for about half the scenes, but golden hour for the proposal, blue hour for the breakup, and night for all the crying and in the car shots. Once that light was gone, it was gone. It was also brutally hot, like 95 degrees all day. At one point, I was literally wearing swim trunks and wading out into the water to get some of the shots of them at the reservoir. Needless to say, I came away with some pretty gnarly sunburns. Not glamorous, but it looked great. The footage, not the sunburns, just to be clear.
Ethan, what are you doing?
Making a mess. Trying not to get eaten by this mud. Take one step and I go 2 feet under.
He wasn't bluffing, wow.
That's impressive. Should have taught him how to skip a rope.
To add more challenges, we had to wait out some rain before our sunset. The timing ended up being perfectly lined up with our dinner, and by the time we had gotten back out there was a beautiful sunset waiting for us. Thank you, Lord.
All right, so we just got back from dinner. Now we're about to head into part 3 of the day. We've been using natural light all day because we've been going up and down this hill. There's water on the other side of that at the reservoir here. It's been kind of a grind, but glad we're wrapping up the day. I've had a 5-in-1 reflector, diffusing some of the light here and there, but just really kind of using the beautiful natural light. So the reason we're actually doing this shoot is we've got a lot going on in the backgrounds. We're so excited to share a lot of this stuff with you. But in the meantime, we're filmmakers, we're creatives. We wanted to, you know, get out there and actually shoot something and ask some of our friends to get involved. And so we've got a small but mighty crew with us today. So thank you for all of you that helped out. And yeah, I'm excited. I think it's coming along really well. We just keep talking about like wanting to do this for Brody for real, but we just won't ever do anything with his life. So
we'll just pretend instead.
we'll just pretend.
So we have to play pretend.
Because there was almost no dialogue, we didn't have to worry much about sound, but I did have a Sennheiser MKE 600 mounted onto the camera with a dead cat for some scratch audio. I think it captured exactly what we were going for and gave just a hint of subtle dialogue and sound in the background to add that extra layer of texture.
It's been great. It was really, really hot, but it's been really fun. I haven't really done a lot of film stuff. I mostly do theater stuff, so it's been cool to like see how it works, and with like a smaller crew, like everyone kind of pitching in and watching all of them like work together and collaborate has been really cool. I've just been kind of sitting and watching and learning, so that's been really fun, and just getting to like try all the different takes and see all the different angles and stuff has been really cool. I've had a really good time.
One of the trickiest parts was wardrobe. So if you're showing a relationship that takes place over multiple years and shooting it in one day, you need a lot of outfit changes to sell that passage of time. So Madison sent me a bunch of pictures and we started coordinating what I was gonna wear. I started picking out different outfits, what was gonna work emotionally, visually. But the other issue is we were outside all day and constantly moving, so where are we gonna change? Ethan had the great idea of getting a privacy pop-up tent. It was very small, it was black, and it was about 300 degrees inside. So we actually got this tent just for today. It's a little pop-up changing tent. We knew we were gonna have to change into like 7 different outfits, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm changing into my second to last outfit for the day for the proposal scene at the end of the film. But yeah, it's been super handy today for both myself and Madison. So we've been running in and out of here, getting changed into 7 different outfits. 7. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, I'm about wrapped up here, so I'll see you guys out there. Goodbye. It might have been a little uncomfortable, but we made it work. And we did it for cheap. Post-production was also one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. Finding that right instrumental music that really supported the emotion of the film was very satisfying for me, it always is. One thing you might not know that we could share is the opening shot when we got in editing wasn't working anymore. And when you want your opening shot to be strong, it's kind of important. So months later, John and I went out and we got a pickup shot. So I wore the same shoes and we walked into frame, but it was actually freezing cold that day, so it was the complete opposite issue. Fun little fact, if you've already seen the film or if you want to go watch the film, that opening shot is actually a pickup shot. At the end of the day, Patina was a blast. We had a lot of fun. We truly kept it simple, you're welcome, Ethan, and meaningful. I hope it's something that a lot of people connect with. It came out on Valentine's Day, just felt right. Obviously celebrating love with all its ups and downs. If you haven't checked it out yet, please go do so. And thanks so much for watching the behind the scenes. This is what it was like to attempt Ethan's challenge of one day, no money and no dialogue. No problem. Thanks for watching our behind the scenes.
For watching our behind.
Thank you for